Alright, YouTube, it's Shadow King Nazru, and after the horrible news that Dragon Ball GT was going to be in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, we were not done with this avalanche of bad news. So, recently, Marvel was negotiating terms with Robert Downey Jr. so he could continue playing Iron Man past whatever two movies he's going to be in. Well, one of them going to be Avengers 2 Age of Ultron. And they decided that Robert Downey Jr. would stay in the role of Tony Stark / Iron Man, so long as he gets to do one of the arcs that he wanted to do, which is the Marvel Civil War arc. Now, for those who don't know, and that's probably not likely, Marvel Civil War arc was there was this. It's rather complicated, but basically, the government after this huge accidental incident wants superheroes to be held accountable for their own actions, in the sense that they need to have their identities revealed and align themselves with the government, or be branded as fugitives if they resist. And one thing leads to another, and the law gets passed, and some of the heroes who are led by Captain America try to resist the bill because it's like an infringement on their rights to privacy and what have you. And the people who are pro the registration are led by Iron Man. Boy. Yeah, it's a really convoluted thing. The overall story arc was, it was hit and miss with me personally. I liked the version of the Civil War arc in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, which I'm kind of asking, why is there no Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? But let's not talk about that. We are here to talk about Civil War and what I think about this. Honestly, I think this is one of the most desperate, pathetic, and biggest mistakes that Marvel has made with their Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay. Now, before you got all you Marvel Cinematic Universe fans trying to grab your torches and pitchforks, let me explain. There are numerous problems with this occurring. For one thing, it's so out of place. Here's a good example. The Marvel Cinematic Universe so far has been building up to the Marvel superheroes fighting Thanos in the story arc about the Infinity Gauntlet, which is this object that will make anyone omnipotent. It was all building up to that, and yeah, we just had all 5 of the first Phase 1 Marvel movies, Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which I will say I did not see because I am completely indifferent towards Guardians of the Galaxy. Don't judge me. And with all that, this was all building up to Thanos, the fight with him. And now, out of fucking nowhere, we're derailing this with the Marvel Civil War act. With the Marvel Civil War story arc. And the whole focus is going to be taken away from that to this. And on top of this is going to add some problems for the characters, specifically Captain America and Iron Man. Captain America, last we saw him, was during the aftermath of the Winter Soldier, where he stopped Hydra's plan and was searching for Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier, and was going to help save him and bring him back home, and they could be good old friends again. Yada yada yada. Now it's going to be focused on him putting that on hold, or possibly even forgetting it, worst case scenario, and doing the whole Civil War thing with Captain America protesting and ultimately resisting the government, trying to have superheroes register and work for the government. And then there's Iron Man. Oh, Iron Man working with the government. The same Iron Man that told the government that he would refuse to surrender his armor to the government so they could use it as a weapon. That same Iron Man is going to be working with the government. Hypocrite! Hypocrite. I'm sorry about that. There must have been a hypocrite in this. So, yeah, this is going to cause some contradictions to what was already established. And the other problem is that Marvel, as it is, doesn't really have a lot of characters it can use for the Civil War. And they're going to be rushing in a whole lot of characters, not going to have much development in them. At best, they could use, they got Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye. I'm not entirely sure if Hulk and Thor would be involved because they weren't exactly in those story arcs, because Hulk was on Planet Sakaar during the Planet Hulk arc, which is this whole complicated thing. And Thor, last time I checked, was dead. So yeah, they weren't involved. I'm not entirely sure if they would get those two involved in it. And you got some new characters that they'll probably add in from Marvel Phase 2. And I can't exactly imagine them using the Guardians of the Galaxy, because that would seem incredibly detached. Oh, so yeah, they don't really have a lot of options, and yet they're going to go full on ahead with this idea just to keep Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Remember, Marvel Cinematic Universe fans, and the Raimi Man fanboys, these are the people you want to have Spider-Man. Marvel Cinematic Universe, it can do no wrong. So, yeah. All in all, I think this is an incredibly bad idea, and it's just going to be clearly obvious that this is going to blow up in Marvel's face. And, I mean, we already had a story about heroes fighting heroes, well, kind of, with the Avengers, where Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America had a three-way fight. Even though I have my gripes about that scene for a couple of reasons. And depending on what happens in Age of Ultron, we might actually see some of that. Closest thing I know so far is that there's going to be the Hulkbuster versus the Hulk. But for all I know, that could probably be just it being controlled by Ultron and not Iron Man piloting it and fighting the Hulk. So yeah, then it's just going to be completely oversaturated with this hero versus hero thing, and we're just going to lose complete interest. And on top of that, there's also the Thunderbolts, which were involved in that story arc, which was this team of villains who were reformed and were working along with the government to do various things. Yeah, they were involved in that. And Marvel does not have a lot of villains, partially because they end up killing them. Great idea, Marvel. Bring in the Civil War story. But enough of the sarcasm. I've already made my peace about the matter. I think this is a bad idea. I think this is just desperate, pathetic attempt to keep Robert Downey Jr. It's going to blow up in their face. We're going to see it coming a mile away. But the best I can hope for is that maybe the damage won't be too bad, and Marvel Cinematic Universe can recover from it. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. I'll catch you guys later.